Oi, oi, oi. All right, are we live? Let's check. All right, we are live. Audio sounds good. Yo, yo. All right. I don't think I'll get over there being a delay. Is this live? Is this real live? No, it is not. This is a pre-recorded live that I'm streaming live to make it look like that I'm live. Right? So, howdy, Ground Fog, Henry, Marco, Maddie, Stevie, Joseph. Howdy, howdy. This is just a fantasy. Instantly demonetized. Is this a Memorex? What's up, my knife journey? Howdy. Oh, put these out here. These are going to move up. If y'all saw my post earlier, that's what those are about. Got this old school sticker from B Backpack. Boom. Okay. Look at those sexy carny hands. Thanks, man. You know, before the stuff, I was like, I wonder if I could be a hand model because I got like these little soft hands. No, they're crooked and carny, like you say. But that's all right. I'm my own hand model. You know what I mean? So all good. I thought I smelled cabbage. What's up, Donnie? How you doing, bro? Howdy, Neil. How's everybody's Monday going? See all this carry damage. The wear. It does not affect the writing, surprisingly, but it's almost gone here. Well, yeah. I mean, it's 11:20 for me, so. But how's everybody's day? How was y'all's weekend? Did y'all have a good weekend? Did y'all watch some sorry football? I don't even want to talk about it. But anyways. Well, So the Kickstarter is still going well. I think I hit over 165% today. Let's see where we're at now. It only tells you the percentage on the Kickstarter app. I can't see it on the website. Which the Kickstarter app is not that great, if I'm honest. So we're at 166% funded. Excuse me, which is awesome. 15 days left, of course. Tomorrow being 14 days. But yeah, if I had to complain about the Kickstarter app, it's everything. Like I can't look at like it doesn't show me your own project like if I'm on my account, right? It doesn't show me my own project. I can't favorite my own project, so I can't look at it. I have to search it to find it, which is ridiculous. So, you think you would be able to at least see it. But anyways, Maddie, shout out. Um but yeah, so anyways, the app is not that great. So, not even a C as other C. No. Nope. I don't know, it's weird. I guess I mean they really don't want you backing your own project, so I guess they don't want you to see it. Like I don't get it, but it's not that great. Brian, howdy. The app kind of reminds me of like I don't know. It's just something to look at, like just to like waste time. Like you go on it, it shows you a lot like the things that are um popular or whatever, and like that's it. You know what I mean? So unless you like search the category or search, the knife, obviously, you're never gonna find it. So, but that's fine. And they also make it difficult to look at your prices. Like unless I go on there and like on the actual website, even on the computer, or I don't know. It took me like 10 minutes to find it for one of my family members on my own phone. And I was like, dude, I don't know, man. Mostly because I don't know what I'm doing anyways, so it doesn't matter. But all the cool kids are doing it. But anyways, it's still going. Um, I'm kind of nervous, and this is just, kind of talking out loud. So like there's a minimum MOQ, right? So a minimum order. And uh, you know, that's good and all. I'll just say it. So there's a 300 minimum, right? And everything else is transparent. Why can't I just say everything? Um, so it's a 300 MOQ, right? Now, when I was talking to the factory, they were like, okay, it's 300 minimum and then 50 DLC, okay? So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, that's 250 plain and then 50 of the DLC, right? That's what I'm thinking. Um anyways, that's not why I'm worried, right? So I'm worried because I have more orders for the DLC than I do the standard. That's a little bit concerning to me because, you know, it was supposed to be 250 and 50, I think. And instead it's, like almost 100 of the noir and less than, you know, 100 of the standard. I mean, they're still pretty close, but I guess it's to be expected because, I mean, if my audience is like me, then of course you're gonna go with DLC. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. It just happened. I'm sorry. But, that wasn't my, you know, uh like thought process was that, oh, more people are gonna buy DLC than standard. So now the main thing I'm worried about is if the factory goes well, because I'm thinking it's minimum, right? So I can place the order over the minimum. That's probably the obvious way to look at it. But man, I have no idea because I've never had a project exceed my, like my pre-order, if that makes sense. So it's a first time for me. Um, with the Forests and with the Centroses and with all the other OEM stuff I've done, they were all minimum. Like, I mean, I only bought the 300, right? Or the 250 or whatever my MOQ was for those projects. And then it was a set thing. I sold through those number, you know what I mean? So my pre-order wasn't an open pre-order. So I've never exceeded this amount. I've never had the options change. So it's very confusing to me, or knowledge I don't have yet. So if I think the DLC Noir was just the right of upsell versus the next upgrades. No, because I mean they're pretty much neck and neck. I think the main selling point were the upgrades, or is the upgrades, because without the upgrades it's just another bolster lock, right? But since I have all these customizing options, I think that's what's really selling the knife, which isn't bad, but it's nice. I mean, of course, I like it, but I think that's ultimately what's doing it is the upgrade stuff. So if 165 knives are ordered, you have to order 140 them out of pocket. Yeah, basically. Which, I mean, it's already, um, the the cost is already paid for, right? Or on the Kickstarter, technically it's paid for. So, uh, I just have to figure out what their minimum is now, since the numbers are fluctuating a little bit versus the 300 with the 50 noirs. So I think I'll be okay, but I think I still have to order 250 standards, and then I can order over 50 of the noirs. I think that's how it's going to work. I don't know, but because they're at SHOT Show right now, I don't want to bother them with this kind of stuff at this particular moment. Because SHOT Show is very stressful and very chaotic. You're trying to meet people, you have meetings, you have business dinners, and then you really just want to sleep because um SHOT Show is very busy. It's not stressful. I mean, it's probably stressful for like the reps and the stuff, but when I worked it, I was just there to help out, you know what I mean? And just talk to people. I wasn't doing the meetings like Russell, anything like that. So, um, but yeah, SHOT Show is very, very chaotic. If y'all think Blade Show is chaotic, the first year, my first year at SHOT Show was roughly, I think, what was it? I want to say like 160,000 people, or for that whole week. The whole week was 160 like thousand people. It was insane. And Blade Show, I mean, you're looking at maybe 30, 40,000 people, right? For those 3 days. So either way, I don't want to bother them with this. So when they get back, it's Chinese New Year. And then I can say, hey, okay, this is roughly what the numbers are looking like. Is this possible, or do I have to order X amount over? So I've been thinking about that all day. I want to have business dinner. We can come down to my local Waffle House, and we'll have a business dinner. Upgrade just for Maddie. Crispy, howdy. I'm sorry, I did not see you sneak in here. But yeah, I miss Shot Show. I've been, seeing the pictures and stuff like that. I was like, man, I miss going to Vegas. But I'm gonna try to go to Vegas, probably in the summer. Maybe it might be hot though. Be very hot. Steakhouses are research opportunities. If you're creative with your text law interpretations. No. I mean, yes, you're right, but every dinner is a research opportunity. Business breakfast is for the real G's. Dude. Breakfast, like, I'm sure y'all know, after like a wild night, a cool breakfast, just like, and you're all super tired, you're not really talking, you're just chilling. That's a good breakfast. Like, you're just an autopilot, right? Yeah. Anyways, I'm sure all of this, I'm sure this will work out, but it's just something I've been thinking of today. I will say, so this one had some blade plate in it. This hand satin one. And when I put the skiffs in it, it didn't go away completely, but you can definitely tell it's better. And I could tighten the pivot, obviously, but it goes off center, I think. It did before. See, it's slightly off center now. But yeah. But see, this one does not have blade play. And I tried to blade swap them, but I think that one was still the same. The only thing I didn't do is try to just do pivot swaps instead of whole frame. So, but I don't really want to bother doing that. Kathleen, hello. So yeah, but anyways. It's not bad though. You can barely feel it. You know what I hate is when people go like this. They go, "Oh, it's got play." It's like, what are you talking about? Your bearings are moving, bro. Or they call it what? Pivot slack? I don't know what they call that, but that's I do not get that one. It's like, dude, what? Happy birthday to the last ranger. Is he in here? I don't see him, but happy birthday to the last ranger. Oh, so I'm sure some of y'all saw this on one of my other streams, but anyways, I ended up refinishing this blade. Because it was very gross looking. It was kind of like really gnarly yellow, almost rust looking, even though it wasn't rust. So it's still rough looking, but you know, that's the point. So anyways, I sanded it and then I focused, dude. Then I acid etched it. So this lighting is kind of harsh, but it looks pretty good. Like in person, it's more graphite gray looking, like a dark gray, almost like I guess like a Cerakote. Let's see. It looks more like that in person, minus the shiny bit. You have made it through the DLC. No, this wasn't DLC. So this was a satin blade. I just acid etched it. So it looks like it's just been beat up. So this is in crew wear. This was the satin full liner crew wear. They were calling it Crew Carta. That's what they're calling this. So this is the Crew Carta version. So I thought about putting these back on, but it wouldn't look that good, right? I think the all black looks better. So anyways, and the lock stick is going away, which is good. It had really bad lock stick before I even acid etched it. It still got it, but not as bad. It looks pretty cool. These are Lotus Flytanium scales that I had to sand down. You can tell. It's got a little... This one's worse, but I had to flatten it. So the Lotus scales had this little, you know, the shadowing, or this little milled out part, because this was meant for the linered version, not the full liner, which I had no idea. It's my first Spyderco. So I had to sand all this. I had to cut that, sand it, sand all that. So it's all right. It looks good though. Lynch Northwest clip, of course. But looks pretty good. My Crew Air Para 3 is DLC. I forgot about the Crew Carta. Great Tough Organized. Oh, I didn't know they did a DLC one. I would have just bought that. Yeah, this one was just satin. Yeah, I didn't know they, you know. But that's pretty cool. Black does look better to me. Thanks. Yeah, it's pretty cool, like stealthy looking. Tactical, or murdered out, as they say. Or used to say. I don't know if they still say that now, but on the edge, howdy. Um, the term "murdered out" does not get used often anymore. I've noticed when it comes to all black knives. I still have yet to see one of these like go up for sale. I think that's why this one's hard to move. Because they're like, I don't know what that is. Never seen it. I will say I do not like this finish. Like the blade looks like it's orange peeled. Not gross. Oh, looks like it's coming off. I don't even know what that's from. I haven't carried this thing in like months. It's amazing how we see some knives on the secondary markets like pigeons in a city, others off to vault land, never to see light again. That is very true. There are a lot of knives that just go, they just disappear. Like, you go, oh, where's that? What happened to this knife? And then you just never see one again. It still looks the same, but anyways. Well, this knife is based in Europe, and the dude Tetzel, he was a collaborator with We Knives. This is a We made OEM knife. But Knife Lounge released this knife on Kickstarter. They did it, and then after it released, like that was it. So I don't know. It just seemed to just disappear. Cliff, howdy, man. It's a cool knife. It's We made, so you know it's good. But yeah, just strange. Matters to a hot dog. Paul, howdy. Hot dog. I had chili slaw dogs the other day. So good. Homemade coleslaw. Oi. So if y'all didn't see one of my videos I posted recently, or you know, Instagram post, somebody messaged me and they were asking me about the pocket clip thing. It's just like, so I sent him the whole video because I just couldn't be bothered to go through all that. Because he was like, oh, is the new clip going to be an add-on? And I said, no, it's already changed. it'll be on the standard knife. And he goes, oh, is the one in the videos the one that's going to be on all the knives? So I was just like, I'm just going to send you the video so you can see what I'm talking about. So, I'm glad I made that video because it, helped clarify what was happening. So anyways, this is going to be the new clip. This is a Forest pocket clip. This is off one of my ones that I EDC. But it's going to be shorter by probably quarter of an inch, almost half an inch shorter than this clip. And it's going to line up with this screw hole. So roughly, give or take. It's easier if there's no clip on here, but it'll be a nice change for this knife. I tried to see if one of these standard artisan clips would fit, because this one is like the perfect size, this mini tie clip, but the spacing is different. So sad. The new clip screw on the inside of the scale. The one I sent them this. Basically, I just sent them the Forest clip. It does not screw. Yeah, it does screw from the inside. It does not screw from the outside. I wonder if I should change that, because I personally like the cleanness of this look. But doing this, that means you have to take the whole knife apart, and that's not really that great, because that means now, I didn't think about that, and now if you want to change out your scale, you have to take the whole thing apart and take the clip off, because as it is now, you still have to take the pocket clip off, but you can do it here, and then you just take these two screws off, and the scale pops off. You don't have to take the pivot out and take the whole knife apart. Fudge. Y'all, I gotta hire Stevie, because he thinks of all the good stuff before I do. Yeah, I did not think of that. God bless America. Yo. What's up? Broke AZ? Yeah, I like the cleanliness of this. So I personally don't, because of the aesthetics, I don't mind this, but same thing with the T8s. I know it's just like a convenience thing. It's like I don't want to have to take the whole knife apart to take the clip off, blah 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 blah, but I like it. You know what I mean? I like it. It is annoying though, but it's a common thing amongst my designs. I will say that. So it's not new. The Forest, of course, the Tylos, the Archeos. They all have hidden clip, or hidden screws, whatever. It is what it is. It's worth the disassembly to me. Yeah, it is. Especially if you get skiffs, then it's, you're going to take it apart regardless. But By the way, I need to update the website or the at least the Kickstarter for this, but these do take skiff bearings, and the size is 5 millimeter. If I can put it on camera, 5 millimeter 3/64 is your bearing size for the H2O. So it's a very nice bearing, I might add. What are these? What? 3/16. Oh, okay. This is for a smaller pivot. These do not fit. So ignore that. I just found those sitting there. So yeah, 5 mil 3/64. Pretty sweet, I might add. My skiff bearings got lost in the mail. So it said they were delivered, and I was like, cool. Where are they at? And they got dropped off the next day. So they were delivered to the wrong house, which you gotta love. She likes to do that sometimes. She likes us to meet our neighbors. It's happened a few times. Help with gadgets? Howdy, man. How are you? Guillotine, baby. I don't think that's quite guillotine, but it's pretty falsetty. It's not as fast as like the guillotine ones, but this one's a little bit more hydraulic-y. People's whose house they got delivered to ordered a... I just cut myself. I was reading Stevie's comment. It's not macaroni. Jesus, dude. All right, I take it back. You are drop shutty, okay? Jeez, relax, dude. There it goes. There she goes. I just barely caught myself. I don't have... I don't think I have super glue down here. It's upstairs. We'll do it live. This is what Tri-State feels like, right? Oh, look at that. I will say, man, they're nice. I'm really excited for you guys to get these, honestly. Like, I've been carrying this thing for a month now, I think, straight. A month straight. When I got my when I got this back from the Matt D, because he reblasted my scales for me. I started carrying both of them just because I think I just missed having the Spectra in the pocket. But I still mained this one. This was the secondary Bro, I'm literally opening and closing the knife. I'm not like spinning it around. And look at that. They're drop shutty, dude. Dude. I'm sure I know I have band-aids in here. I don't need a band-aid. Who needs a band-aid? I really wish I had my super glue though. A dab will do ya. Isn't that what they say? Almost cut myself again. A dab will do ya. A plop. You know what I mean? I feel like my camera's too. Take a shot, Stevie. I feel like. All right, how's that? Is that good? That's good. All right. That's all right. Yeah, that's better. Bro, can you stop? Can a band-aid man have a band-aid on his hand, please? Please. Can a band-aid man get some band-aids on his hand, please? I should throw some Loctite on here. Jeez. Got myself kind of good, I guess. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm really excited for y'all to get these. Like, I'm not just saying that, to hype my own knife up, but like, the ergos I think are just like perfect because it's a neutral handle, of course. And obviously, if you're familiar with the Hadros, this knife is really nothing new. Um, I mean, it's pretty close to the stop playing with the knives and you won't get cut. Oh, I mean, yeah, you play with knives, it's bound to happen. So the H2O or Hadros, I don't know what I said that. So Hadros, Civivi Hadros. The only thing is, oh, actually, I thought it was wider. I'm pretty sure it is. Oh yeah, okay, it is. It's like weird. But anyways, so fairly neutral handle. Of course, you have your blade. You know, below the handle, and yeah, I mean it's basically the same knife. It's just upgraded. So I'm really excited. So if you like the Hadros, is what I'm saying. If you like the Hadros, then you'll like the H2O. Can you ship Maddie's knife via Hobo Express, but buy it a Greyhound ticket? No. That's a lot of money on my part. So. And this pivot. I've had this milled pivot for like 5 years now, and companies won't do it. They did like the little laser, So it's nice to see that I can actually have my milled logo. Pretty nice. But yeah, so I think I finalized all the changes of the knife. Um, there's no more changes happening now. Uh, so yeah. Next up is confirming, of course, the ordering. But it will be the packaging and the extras like the patches and the stickers. So I still need to finish those up because I like the H2O sticker, but I didn't draw the water part on it, and I feel like I should at least have the water, be something that I draw myself. Um, so I'm gonna rework that one, and then the patch is going to get a tiny makeover as well. Different color scheme, and I don't know. I feel like somebody said I should put my logo in there somewhere or something to tie it in with the knife. So I'm thinking maybe to try and have like the waves, like because they're all going the same way because they're all just I drew the one and then copied and pasted it on the others. So like if the waves are going whichever way, right? They're all going this way. I might put my M in the waves, like kind of like swooshing. Ow, if that makes sense. Um, so I don't know. Or maybe I should start doing like, this stuff where it's like Mallery. I don't know. I could probably just put that on the COA, but Donald, howdy. Oh, he's got one of the what's that dude's name? I'm blanking on this show. Overwatch? Is that right? I don't think that's right. Fallout. That one. Fallout. He's got the Fallout guy. Yeah, it's the Fallout. The Fallout boy. Dance, dance, we're falling apart. It had time. I like Fallout Boy. Paul, almost time. can't believe I cut myself. I haven't done that in a while. What a rookie mistake. Right on. Mom's making macaroni. Watch it. Ice Pirates. Listening to some the alarm. Watching you flick. Nice. It's a good time. I don't have much to say, even though I talk an awful lot. Nothing really new on my side though. I don't have any knives debuting at SHOT Show. So yeah. I wish I did. You know, I wish I was there, but it's fine. I will say I don't miss the work, obviously, but you know, I wasn't the best worker in Vegas anyways. I would just go get tattooed. Like as soon as I got off work. I'd be like, okay, I'll see y'all later. I'd be like, where are you going? Like, nothing, nowhere. Gonna go meet somebody. Come back with a full sleeve tattoo or a hand tattoo, and they'd be like, no way. Any news on the H2O? So there's no real news. I will say the packaging though, right? Okay, so for the packaging, I'm thinking of a black box, right? Because you guys know I like it, right? So I'm thinking of doing a black box, and then there's a little snack, you know, um, the best snacks, right? I like to save those and eat them later. Uh, and then you know, just a little. Psh. So, wow, look at that. This is a forest box. It fits right in there, almost snug. That's pretty wild. So yeah, I'll just use these boxes. Boom. I already have the new COAs that I will be using from here on out. I originally bought them for the Spectra. Obviously, that didn't work out. So, but it's just a new format for my knives moving forward. So they're just blank. They're kind of like the one I just had. Where did that one go? Hello? So they're kind of like this, but they're written this way, and it says like you know, blade, the handle, serial number, and then my signature, which I will hand sign all of these, of course. Not that that matters, but the COAs will get hand signed. And then the other side it says like, you know, Mallery Designs, and it's written in um I don't have one of those stickers. That's crazy. But it's written in my whole name font. Uh I should have the COAs in my phone. Oh yeah, here we go. So that's what the backside looks like. Model, blade, handle, blah blah blah. And then the other side is basically the Mallery But then it has my website underneath it so that it's easier to find. So yeah, more of a standardized COA, if you will, and then I fill it out with, you know. Um, so that's gonna be cool. I'm thinking though, I probably would like pouches more than the box. These are cool. These fit perfectly in like the small flat rate boxes. But like a cool pouch is always nice as well because you can always reuse a pouch for other knives, you know. Um so I don't know. I'll think about it. Boxes are cool because you can put all the stuff in it, like the stickers, you know, COA, and it's all blah blah blah. I'm also thinking I could glue the COAs on here, like on like that. I thought about doing it for these, the forest, but I didn't. So I could glue it there because it's written this way, you know, horizontally. You could read it like that. So you have your box, then it'd be a COA. Um, anyways, save those for later. But yeah, pouches, you can always reuse a pouch. So I'm thinking about getting somewhere it's like velcroed, and then I would just put my patch on there. Um, I think that'd be pretty cool. But those pouches are like $5 a pop, you know. So Todd Carr, howdy. I don't know if I said hello or if I was rambling, but howdy, man. Theodore Von Carrington, Mabel Bacon's worth the 18th. What does that say? Maddie, all depends if they come out the front or the back. Whoa, I missed something. I've ested 74 mini Slim Jims within the last 3 days. Maddie out here machine gun firing Slim Jims. The Kickstarter's going well, Todd. Thank you. We're 166% funded as of right now. So that's pretty exciting. Slowly but surely, I don't think at this rate, not being, you know, not being negative, but I'm a realistic person. I don't think I'm gonna hit quite the 200% mark. Because it's roughly 1% a day. So, you know, there's only 15 days left on top of 166%. You know what I mean? So we're roughly hitting 180% funded if everything keeps going smoothly. Um and of course that's just super rough math, but uh you know, it all depends on what people are buying. If they're getting the, you know, the Timascus stuff, then of course that's going to bump it up a bit, but just generally speaking, if everything's going as it is now, then 180% is looking about where I'm going to hit, which I'm, you know, I'm not complaining one bit. I'm very fine with that. You know what I mean? So, uh, but yeah, man, it's nice. On the other hand, though, I'm glad it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, because then that's a ton of manufacturing. You know what I mean? So, which I don't mind. Of course, I wouldn't complain about it, but that would be a lot of manufacturing. So, yeah. With the large amount being sold, is it going to push production back at all? No, not at all, Todd. So as of now, if everything, I mean, of course, there could be like there could be delays. Just generally speaking, like materials, um, ordering materials, even with the shipping delays, things of that nature. If everything goes as planned, then no, we're still on schedule uh for everything as is. So they they said with an MOQ that I'll be having uh from ordering to production is roughly, I don't want to say it, but they said roughly 70 days, which that's crazy. Like 2.5 months is like insane. So I, I'll be safe and say 3 months because we still have to ship, and then once I get it, I still have to QC everything. So, um, you know, February shut down as well in China, going to push everything back a month. I didn't hear anything about that, but um, I don't think so. The only thing that's gonna delay anything is the new year. Uh, but other than that, I don't think we should have any issues. Unless they tell me otherwise, then of course I'll, you know, publicly come out and say, "Hey, there's delays." Um, but as of now, if I place the order early February, we're looking February, March, so March, April, May, right? So we're looking about April. Thought that was every year for the New Year's. Yeah, the New Year's for them doesn't last the whole month. It's like 2 weeks though. So I'm hoping, because it's usually right after SHOT Show or during SHOT Show, uh, they usually start gearing up for the Chinese New Year, and like right after SHOT Show ends, they go on the New Year, like holiday. So that's usually like a week or two. But then I'll be placing the order, and then we should be okay. So I think I'm missing their New Year by like a week. So if not, I'm placing the order during it, and it'll be there, when they get back. So, um, yeah, it'll be all right. I don't think it's gonna be anything crazy. Because obviously I've done OEM stuff, anyways, and they still have to do their quarterly releases. So they managed to get them on time for the first quarter launch or releases. So I'm sure mine will be first quarter launch as far as timing goes. But good questions. Thank you for asking those. Nobody said it. Do y'all want to see pouches? Like, because of the whole you can use pouches for other knives type thing, or do y'all want to see like just the box? Boxes take up a lot of space though. Like, boxes are nice, but I think pouches are just better. I don't think it matters, but just the whole reusable part for a pouch is nice. Ooh. Hope for 3 months, but expect for 4 cents to be the norm for most OEMs these days. I imagine Riot has a longer wait time though. I think well the general OEM timing is 3 months for sure. At least in my experience with OEMing, it's 3 months. And they deliver, you know what I mean? Now whether shipping that's a whole nother story, you know what I mean? Because you can go super expensive and go by plane and like, you know, have them here within the week. That's just ridiculously expensive. Or you can do the boat, you know what I mean? And then it just is what it is. So yeah. But yeah, we shall see. I'm okay with either or, whatever is more cost effective. Can you fit a COA knife, patch, and sticker all into a pouch? I don't know. I have this one, which is the one I'm using like as my kind of example. I have too many pouches. Well, I don't even know where it is. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'll use this one as an example. Zach, dude. Oh, I'm gonna message you, by the way. I was gonna message you earlier and then forgot. So this Isham pouch is roughly the size of the one with the Velcro bit. I have it around here somewhere, but I can't find it. I think the Matt D's got it. But Zach, how's Vegas going, dude? I already spoke with Nico. He said it was a good first day. Besides the carpet, you know how SHOT Show is. They use that thin carpet, same thing Blade does, you know, concrete carpet. It's rough stuff. I think you could fit all that stuff in there, but the fact that, you know, like, would it get crushed is different. I wouldn't want to crush stickers and stuff like that, so. Vegas has been fabulous. I throw me boxes away usually. Yeah, mine just kind of pile up. What'd you end up eating for dinner tonight? Wow. Did you get tacos? That was weird. My camera just shifted. Don't forget that good ramen shop off the strip, Shaku Ramen. That's a good spot. Shaku Ramen. I keep all my boxes. So far I have a huge Rubbermaid tub with all the pouches in it. Generally in a case. I need screws. Let's go back from 303 in the cut. In a food truck in a strip club. Nice. Sounds like a good time. I'm sorry I'm not there to hang out with you, bro. Did you see my comment on the Benchmade post? I was trying to like get to like hint towards something, and I don't think they caught on to my hint. Had a deep fried hot dog, jeez, with shaved ribeyes, with on top of white cheese. Nice, dude. Deep fried hot dog. That sounds pretty wild. That sounds heavy. Heavy breathing. Oh, jeez. All right. I don't want y'all to look at. Y'all don't need to see mine and Zach's conversation, but quite a delicious looking dog. Let me brighten my phone up. It's bright all the way. Yeah, buddy. That looks good. I'm not gonna lie. That looks very delicious, if I might say so myself. Oh yeah, Zach. Don't forget, what was that place again? That red. What was that red? Um, that breakfast place you took me to. That place was amazing. With the they so one time in Vegas hanging out with Zach and Mrs. Zach stuff. Um, Zach was like, "Oh, there's a cool breakfast spot," you know. So, anyways, he took me to this place, and they had. I've told the story about the bacon and whatnot, but I don't remember what I got. I think I got biscuits and gravy, right? And but the whole bottom of the plate was mashed potatoes. Hash house, that's right, hash house. I keep forgetting hash house to go go. But the whole bottom of the plate was mashed potatoes, mashed taters, and then it had the like the sausage gravy with the biscuits. My goodness, my goodness, that was pretty good. And I'm far away from sausage gravy biscuits, but that was pretty good, I will say. And the portions were huge. It was good stuff. Yeah, and Zach ordered like candied bacon for the table, which was very nice. That was my first time having candied maple bacon. So, yeah, good times, man. I would 100% legs. Oh, goodness. I've been fighting a sinus infection like the last week. It's trying to get me, and I'm like, stay back. You're way too close, man. So, what are y'all carrying today? Or what did y'all carry today? I carried the, what a surprise, H2O. And of course, I've been carrying my pen again. Since it's been back. I went out and visited some family, and we're like, oh, we gotta sign the receipts, and we needed a pen. 2 family members try to take this thing. Not 1, 2. They're like, oh, is this pen is this a claimed pen? I'm like, yes it is. Paul Mills. I like the H2O. I wouldn't mind picking one up when I have the cash if they happen to be available. They will be available after the Kickstarter, but it's already posted on the website. The prices will go up after the Kickstarter, so keep that in mind, please. I will say too, though, there is a pay in 3 option for the Hadros, or H2O, sorry. So it's a pay in 3 option, and I think Maddie said they don't take out until the first day or the day after. But yeah, these are jumping up in price. So and it is on the site. That way there's no confusion when I'm like, yeah, this is the price now, and people will go to be like, well, they were this much on the Kickstarter, and like, well, that was the campaign. Yeah, so the knife will retail oh wait, why did I say that? All right, I need to change my wording because I said retails at 250 MSRP. That should not be retail and MSRP in the same sentence, but it is. I think it's gonna I think retail is probably gonna be like I had it all worked out. I think it's gonna be around 225, maybe. I think that's retail. But anyways, price is going up. I'm sorry. I'm still getting emails, by the way, about the like, hey, we want to join, we want, I'll just say go up in price. Okay, there we go. Okay, I fixed the Kickstarter. But yeah, man, I'm still getting people that are like, "Oh, hey, you do you want to collaborate with us on helping you spread the word?" That's like, man, that's crazy. I'll just have to pay more. No cash right now. Of course. I get you, Paul. It's not too bad, but I want to at least make it fair for the people who are getting in on the Kickstarter to get, somewhat um like a price, a little bit of a price. I don't know, a better offering, if you will, for backing this project. So, but yes, I will have some after, and then I will have I'll still have the parts as well. So, pancake photo on your phone. Zach over here spoiling me. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, dude. I'll brighten my phone back up. I mean, look at the size of this thing, bro. This is the whole plate and two eggs. And that's two, is it two waffles? Or one singular waffle? Anyways, yeah, that's two eggs, the bacon. Look at that. Golly. And that's like the drizzly kind of syrup. It's not like the thick kind like we have here. That's like that nice, you know, that nice thin syrup. Later, Neil. Paul Mills knows the feeling about it was $45 use on left. Yeah. 225 most. Banana brown sugar pancake. Single pancake. Okay. Yeah, so I mean that's still a huge pancake, y'all. Like I said, y'all don't need to see our conversations, but that's massive. It was like bigger than the plate. It's just skewed. So like they could put the eggs under somewhere. And of course, a nice cup of coffee. Yeah, that's good stuff. I think Zach got this like didn't you was it or was it me? Because I kind of don't remember the whole thing, but one of us got like a fancy drink. I think it was me or it was you. It doesn't matter. We shared, right? We had two straws, so it was fine. Yeah, you got to go back there because that was like good stuff. Yeah, I took these when I was hanging out with Zach. We went to the Red Rocks, and these are crazy huge. Like, hold on, let's see if I can find it. One of these I took had people in it, and that way you could see how big the mountains were. Is it this one? Where are the people? I think these are people because that doesn't look normal. See that? I think it's a cluster of people. But look at how big these mountains are. That's wild. Yeah. This one's got people right there. They look like ants. I mean, that is absolutely insane how big these mountains are. I ain't seen mountains like that since I was in Blue Ridge. Have to dine and dash. Of course, it was. Yeah, of course we shared. That's right. It was like a cool chocolate, uh, like milkshake malt thing. I don't remember, but could have been like a mocha thing. But it was definitely like a nice dessert. Had like hard chocolate on it. Pretty cool. Oh, what y'all carry today? Nobody said anything. Yeah, sounds like y'all had a nice date. We did, and Mrs. Zach was there too. Yeah, it was a good time, but I miss it. We shall hang out again soon. We should do like like Sharif and y'all were saying with the non knife meetup. We should just hang out somewhere, which only one of us has to go to the West Coast. But y'all could do it, definitely. um, but yeah, I saw Zach's video today. If y'all didn't see, I watched some of his live, not not live because I've been dealing with my headache thing, so I wasn't really on my computer today. But I did watch your video, and I saw you were talking about TSA, which they're always, talk about a good date. You know what I mean? They get pretty handsy. Uh, but you were carrying a bug out, a nice bug out, and then you had your fancy one with the red, um, and the Damasteel blade, right? Crazy. That was a good build. Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, TSA gave me. I get every time. I'm not even kidding. It's always step into this line. We're doing random check. It's like, bro, I get randomly checked every time I come through here. It's not random for me, dude. Do you want me to pat you down here or do you want to go into a private room? Bro, just do your job. Like, I'm trying to go. Like, unless you want me to drop my pants, I'm not going into a private room. And then I always forget to take my hat off, and then I gotta search my hat. Oh, we gotta search your hat. You take your brim, search the brim. It's like, okay, thanks. Thanks, guys. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't mind a little. It's not gay if it's TSA. You know what I mean? I get it. Some of them are cool, though. But it's just like, come on, dude. It's not PDA. It's yo. That's a better one. It's not PDA. It's TSA. Yeah, that's probably more socially better. Definitely on a list with a bug out mishap now. Uh-oh. I must have zoned out at that. The beginning part of the bug out, you said that was in your check. That was in your check bag, right? That wasn't on your carry-on. Because I remember in the video you were talking about how you were talking. Oh, you had a bailout, right? It was the orange bailout, right? Because you were talking about the backspacer. Anyways, I'll need to rewatch it then. But yeah, go check out Zach's live video from today or yesterday, depending on where you're at. But definitely watch his videos for the carry on. Oh, dang. This whole thing, yeah, don't worry about that. It's a butter knife. I don't know. It's plastic. It's fine. But yeah, watch Zach stuff for his shot show coverage. That's gonna be very exciting. Lots of cool companies are gonna be there. Some companies aren't gonna be there, but of course the USA ones are gonna be there. So definitely check that out. Microtech's there, which is pretty cool. They have swag bags, by the way, Zach, if you haven't gone to Microtech yet. So those are gonna be cool. And then I'm pretty sure, of course, all the Pew companies are gonna be there because that's the show. But definitely cool. I think Hoag's there. I'm pretty sure Benchmade's there. They're always there. You know, the usual suspects. Wee Knives, Benchmade, Spyderco. I think Hoag. Uh, Case Knives. You know, they have like the upstairs. They have like a big sections. So yeah, definitely watch Zach's coverage. Oh yeah, you definitely need a backpack just for the stuff that you get. And the pens alone. You just, hey, let me get a pen. Let me get a hat. You can walk out with like 12, 15 hats. T-shirts, you know what I mean? It's like Blade Show on steroids, honestly. Oh, and like Light, the light companies are going to be there. Surefire, um, I don't know, Through Night. I don't know the light companies, but um, you know, basically any company in the EDC world that's like is going to be at Shot Show. The only thing is you can't sell, so like it's only for debuting. ProTech is going to be there. Um, yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. Oh, do they sell? No, no, Todd, you can't sell anything at. Well, you're not. It's frowned upon if you sell it, but you're not supposed to sell anything, and it's not open to the public. So it's a non-public show. It's only for media and people within the industry, such as other companies, and like other like owners of companies that are involved in like Leo and first responders, things like that, militaries. Um, yeah, because they show a lot of crazy stuff. So like you have to just be within the industry. Like I said, unless you're media, you can get in with media. Um, but yeah, it's a cool show. ProTech will probably definitely be showing off their Magnamax, and they're showing off their what's that company called? Um, with the copper Damascus. Um, I shared it. I can't remember. Baker Forge. Um, Damascus. Baker Forge Damascus. They're showing that off too. I think that'll be pretty sick. The Avalon is the Avalon in Magnamax. I reopened my finger. I still want to get the oligarch. I think I still want to buy one of those. I just wish they wouldn't do the pearl buttons like with the that type of stuff. I know not all of them have pearl buttons, but the ones I like for some reason have the pearl buttons, and I'm not a fan. Protect the run at 60 HRC if lucky. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about Protect's HRC. What if it was steroids on Blade Shell? Ah, then that'd be awesome. Because it'd just be pure knives. Shot Show is like everything. I mean, you have like people showing off car stuff that's like tactical car stuff. You have like I said, lights, all kinds of light stuff. There's like military, military stuff. So, gloves, suits, like gear like Kevlar, vests, plates, plate carriers, different types of magazines, um, uh, you know, all anything Pew related is obviously going to be there. So you have stuff that's debuting for the year, like prototype stuff, which is always incredible to see. Um, what the military is going to be using for like, whatever. What's like last year they announced like this will be the whole, you know, line for like the army. This is what the Marines are going to use. It was like pretty cool to see all that stuff. So you can see everything like that. And like I said, you have flashlight companies. You even have the modding people, like the people that do the lowers or like the receivers, receiver mods, race guns, race companies, um, or competition stuff. Um, yeah, I said the G word on the stream. But yeah, competition, things like that. It's pretty cool. Even I even saw the car from Iron Man, the Shelby. And then one of the what was it? One of the I don't want to say John Wick cars. Was it? Um, but yeah, I mean it's anything within the industry. Like as far as the broad spectrum goes, it's everything under the sun. Oh, yeah, this thing. That is John Wick's car. So yeah, you got these companies like that's pretty cool, and they have all the information, what it is, Mach 1. Yeah, pretty sweet. And I got to talk to the dude that I think he either owned the company or he owned the car. But good stuff. But it's the same with I mean there's so much stuff in there, like even the 4 days that you're there, you're not you're not going to see everything unless it's mapped out because they have if it's still in the sands, which I don't know, but you have I think it's 3 layers. So you have like the base floor, the ground floor, two upper floors, and a whole nother building. They just open up another building or rent it out just for the show. And I'm sure it's just gotten even bigger since then. So that's right. A little bit of elbow grease. Get that car looking nice. Yeah, it's cool. But yeah, I'm excited to see what Zach's gonna be posting because it's pretty epic. Well, I guess nobody carried knives today, so guess y'all had empty pockets, huh? Um, I will be wrapping up the stream here in a moment. So, any final words or questions for me, or I don't know? You know what I mean? Ooh, yeah, 15 days left. That's crazy, 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 crazy. I like this clip. It's just this would not look good in Timascus. You know what I mean? Check your phone first. Axial shift, huh? Look at the post too. This was... All right. Open Instagram, of course. What are you doing? Oh my god. All right. So this is where Zach went. I don't know why I was yelling. Sorry. This is where Zach went for. Oh, the food truck. That's right. Oh, look at that raspberry cheesecake. Wow. I'm not big on cheesecake crust, but that looks very. That's like a very balanced ratio to me. So, all right, focus, dude. Yeah, that looks incredible. It looks like raspberry to me, at least. Look at the other posts. Oh, okay. Sorry. All right, here's the other post, right? I keep dimming my phone. Looks like a Philly. Bell peppers, onions, cheese, steak, of course, on a hot dog. I don't really like watching people eat food, but looks pretty good. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Perfectly cooked chicken right there. Oh, that looks good. What's this? What's this? Okay, that's that fried chicken with some special sauce. Some pickles on the side. Gotta love it. I guess that's on like ranch sauce. I don't know. Look at this tiramisu. Watch me eat the cheesecake. So I tried tiramisu like a couple months ago, and I know that breaks my coffee thing, but it was not that great. It was not that great at all. It was very bitter, um, and there was like no sweetness at all. So I think I'm good on tiramisu. I thought it was gonna be like this nice, like sweet kind of coffee. Not like overly sweet, of course, but it's got like icing and whatever in it. Or buttercream. I don't know. But I thought it'd be good. It was not. Um, got a Kaiser Original Xmas one with the red acrylic and S45. Oh, nice. A Militol and Nitro V. And a Party Streamer G10. I don't know what that is. Excuse me. and a Demco Nano Shark Cub in 20 CV. Very nice, dude. S45 is nice. I have one knife in S45. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, it's the Matt D, bro. I hope you've been lurking because I was just talking about I'm closing down the stream soon. Probably got 10 minutes left. I'll close it down. Dude, I love cheesecake. I love cheesecake. Every year that's my birthday cake is a cheesecake. Me and my twin would get our own cakes. He likes apple pie. So they would make him an apple pie. I would get a cheesecake. So I mean, obviously we had birthday cakes up until I think we were like in high school. Then we started getting our own little like we got our own cakes once we got bigger. And then I think then we started getting like our own, like he would get pie and I would get cheesecake. So he's a pie guy. I would take cheesecake. It's a good time here. You know what I mean? S45 is similar to Magna Cut, very balanced steel. Yeah, I feel like Magna Cut's overrated, but that is just me. Surprisingly, I had a bunch of knives in Magna Cut. I didn't even realize it, but I think I sold them all. So as of now, I might have. At one point, I had like 5 knives in Magna Cut. I don't think I have anything now. Yeah, I don't think so. Good riddance. I'm gonna be that guy. I'm gonna hate on Magna Cut. Oh, the mat. The mat. Did you see I DM'd you earlier? But I mean, you can ignore it. It's fine. It's fine. Look at all that titanium dust. Only way you getting into exotic steels is either custom or Spyderco these days. Yeah. Um that is true. It's not even the wild steel. It's just like companies now, because Magna Cut is so in right now, they're like, all right, that's it. S90V, out of here. 20CV, out of here. 204P, gone. You know what I mean? Like, all these premium steels are out of here now. So, glitter. All that glitters is gold. Look at all that. That beauty. It's not glitter, bro. Trying to hurt my feelings. Matt. Look, I've been carrying this bad boy, not holding back. I'm talking more like Rex 45, Rex 121, K390, S110V, 125V. Yeah, that's true. I think mostly because most companies don't use them for, I mean, obviously for anything, but like, um, the heat treating, right? So like they can't do the heat treat like Spyderco can because Spyderco's opened up their doors to all these steels. Obviously, they can heat treat like a batch, right? Which is obviously what Spyderco does. They do batches. But most companies don't want to do the risk of doing small batches or, like we have to do 10 and 10 or, 20 and 20. You know, that's why it's kind of most companies don't want to do it. They don't have, which when you do different steels, they send you how to heat treat it. Like they send you the instructions for heat treat. So it's either they can't do it, they don't have the time to do it, or they don't want to take up the production time to change out the steel, change the temper, and you know all that good stuff. So I get it, but yeah, you're definitely right. You know what glitter's good for? Yeah, man. They can, but they won't. Yeah. Well, like this knife is going to be in 20 CV, and they're running it 59 to 61, which is, I mean, that it's not, in today's standard, that's whatever, but for 20 CV, that's optimal. That's an optimal heat treat. Any higher than that, you're going to risk chipping, way more chipping. And I don't get, obviously that comes with any knife at a higher HRC. You're going to get chipping. It's going to be tougher, blah, 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 but ridiculous amounts of chipping. And if there's any type of delamination, such as when MagnaCut first came out, not the stuff they're doing now, or when they refined it, but like the first batches of MagnaCut, they had delaminations inside that they were cracking, they were brittle, or I won't say brittle, but they were cracking, and companies that were machining them would end up snapping the blades because of the delaminations in the structure. So of course MagnaCut or Crucible fixed that, right? um but the first batch of MagnaCut was like that. It was very bad, unfortunately. And then people are like, oh, you need to max it out HRC. You need at least 67 HRC or 60 ridiculous HRCs. I don't know. My knife is intended for general EDC use, easy maintenance, which is just means basic heat treat. So that's how my knives are heat treated. Even my S90V knives, they're the HRC is about 60-61. Um, my S35, same thing, because I want people to be able to maintain it and easy to sharpen. I don't want something that's going to take you forever to resharpen, or that's going to chip out, or can't go through a day of use. So I just go for like the optimal EDC stuff. That was a rolling problem, I believe. Yeah, see, that could be true. Yeah, it was definitely like just the first batch, because they did end up fixing it. But yeah, like I won't say the company name, but I was talking to the dude, and he was like, "Bro, I can't make anything in Magnicut." He's ordered like, he said he had I think like 3 or 4 orders of it, and it was just everything. Every time we would just crack. But now he uses it all, like all of his knives are now in Magnicut. So um so yeah, they definitely fixed it. But that first year was rough. He was like, "Nope, I'm not buying it." It's just hype, you know what I mean? It's just all hype train stuff. Like, to be realistic, is like, is this steel going to perform the same as, you know, and what I use this knife for? Is this going to perform less or better than S90V? No. It's going to perform exactly the same for what I use it for, which is like basic EDC tasks. Now, but like, yeah, if you're like, you know, blue collar or, you know, a tradesman of some sort, then yeah, it's definitely going to vary. You're not going to have, you know, you could have a worse experience than me or a better one. You'd be like, "Oh, this, you know, it's perfect, blah, blah, blah. It works, it cuts everything. I can sharpen it, you know, da, 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 no problem," or hone it, whatever the case may be. Or it could be like, "This thing doesn't hold an edge, it dulls, it's a terrible knife." You know, it is what it is. Okay, what's the knife opening counter on that? Oh, sorry. It's a lot. At least 7. I'm sorry. I know that gets annoying probably. No such thing as optimal best. Yeah, best case scenario for sure. And geometry, definitely. Yeah. Sorry, I'm quite fidgety. Quite fidgety today. Um, I'll mess with this thing. Oh, it's not gonna do it. There we go. Is that better? That's terrible. They're so fidgety though. Just admiring how good I am with that finger flick. Yeah, this thing is. I cut myself when I wasn't looking, so I have to be careful. This one bit me because I said, "Oh, it's not a guillotine like the other one," and it was like, "All right, watch this." And it was like, "Yeah, take that, dude." So good, so good. I'm just jealous I don't have one yet. Yeah, I know. Soon enough, people will be getting theirs. Hey, man. These carny hands come in handy sometimes, you know what I mean? See this crooked finger? They can reach spots you couldn't believe. All right, don't clip that. We got to cut the stream now. Watch out. You walking through the trailer park? What's that? Ninja Star. Others are sharpening the right diamonds. Maybe a girl's best friends, but they sharpen. That's true. I sharpened this crew wear today because I did the acid stonewash thing, and I put a little tiny choil mod. I don't know. It's hard to catch, I guess, but ouch. Yeah, this edge is still. It's not great. Like this part is shallow or lower. So this angle is lower here than it is up here. And then on this side, this part is higher, but this section is lower, and then this part gets higher. And I've sharpened this twice already. And this is at 17 degrees. So this initial edge was trash. I mean, one side was like 23 degrees, and then the other side was like 16. So the first initial sharpening, I reprofiled the whole thing, and then this is the second time. So it still needs to be probably touched up a little bit more, but all right, take care, Zach. Have fun, dude. And like I said, be sure y'all watch Zach's stream or his channel to see all the latest and greatest releases from the companies. Because SHOT Show is definitely a big release time. So have you thought about belt satin for it? No, it's got like a hidden belt satin underneath. So yeah. What do you use to sharpen freehand system? I use a KME system. That's what I use. So yeah, I would like to get a TS Prof, but man, like I know they're worth it because like you're gonna keep that system forever. But yeah, I use a KME for my stuff. But I don't do a lot of resharpening or anything like that. And I have another, like I have the standard clamp, and then I have a small clamp for like I don't even know what it was for, but I have a small clamp. But now that I'm doing customs, that'll come in handy. So I'll be using a system a lot more. And I have a bunch of stones too. I have 2 sets of stones. So I have like the rock type, which I forget where they're called or where they're from. Colorado's or something. I don't remember. It's some type of rocky place. Somewhere up north. But I have like a set of those, and then I have diamonds. So they pop up used on occasion if you're looking for a test prof. Yeah, I mean, I can get them wholesale, so I'm not too interested in the moment, but yeah, it would be cool to have. They're nice, but for now my KME does. Yeah, the Arkansas. Yeah, thank you very much. The Arkansas. I have a set of Arkansas stones. But they're thinner than my diamonds. And then I have a set of diamonds, just like 6 different ones or 7. And then I have a set for the like the macros or whatever the microns. I have a set for microns. So I can get crazy mirror polish blades if I wanted to. I've only ever done it once on my forest. And that took a lot of time. Because I'm not a fan of mirror polish, but one of these has it. Which one? Not that one. It was this one. This one has since been used, but yeah. No, I hardly use the Arkansas stones. Where did you go? Yeah, I hardly use them because, like I said, they're thinner and I don't have as many. I have like 4, but I have like a bunch of the diamonds. I have like 50, 100, 140, 300, 600, 15. So why not? Why not what? Oh, you're asking Todd. I think Arkansas are better for honing. Um, Not so much reprofiling, like if that makes sense. Like if you have to reprofile a whole edge, you probably don't want to use the Arkansas. But like I think if you have like an edge and you just kind of want to touch it up and then make it pretty, then yeah, I think Arkansas are good. I haven't used them, so I don't really know. Like I don't have an experience with them yet, so yeah, some of the stones feel like what's that gritty stuff? That stuff that like it starts with a P. Pumice. They feel almost like a pumice stone, right? Is that the stone? Pumice? Yeah. But yeah, they almost feel like that. I mean, it's not, but they feel like that. Yeah, I think they're more for, like I said, like honing maybe, or just like making something pretty. Not like a sandpaper, but I can get mine real quick. I do want to end this stream soon. Hold on, I'll get mine. Yeah, so I only have 4 of these things. I don't really know what these are because they came to me like this. I bought this from my buddy. But like they're super lightweight. I need to wash them too, but like this one's super fine. Like, you know what I mean? This one's the roughest one. So you can see it's like kind of airy looking. Oh, actually, I can zoom in. I got zoom in, baby. Sheesh, look at that. Focus. Good thing I cut my nails today. So like, yeah, so that's like kind of rough. Let me zoom out a little bit. Um, and then what was the next one? Is this the next one? Yeah, then this one was second. And then it would be this one. It's kind of weird. This one feels kind of like a brick. It's not as rough as a brick, but you know, like it's soft, like the sanded ones. So I don't know. And this is the last one. Anything say over S35 you want to be down as CBN stones. Probably sharpen them. The old water stones, soul stones are the same. Yeah. These are cool though. Like I said, I don't use them, but they're pretty neat. Goodness gracious. Can a mayonnaise man get some mayonnaise on his bread, please? Please. Can a mayonnaise man get some mayonnaise on his bread, please? Woo. All right. I think I'll call it a night. Thank y'all for watching this stream. I appreciate you guys. Yeah. Please, please, please. Like that. Please. Get a mayonnaise man. Get some mayonnaise on his bread, please. A little pizzazz, you know what I mean? Alright. Well, good night, y'all. Thank y'all for watching the stream. Thank y'all for tuning in. Be sure to check out my website, MalleryDesignsLLC.com, for products. Check out my Instagram for updates, constant updates. And yeah, you know. But y'all have a good night. Excuse me. And take care, y'all. And I'll see y'all later.